welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Courtney. Subscribe down below. I post new videos whenever I'm creative, which is hardly ever, but yeah, subscribe. Okay, so today I'm going to be telling a story about my psycho-ass roommates. Yes, if you watched my last vlog, I talked a little bit about, in the last clip, about how I wanted to film a new video that day, but I thought it'd be better to wait until I got into my apartment to film it just for, I don't know, safety reasons. I wanted to talk shit about them and talk about how fucking crazy these ladies were, and I didn't want anything else to happen. And actually there was some property damage already done, which is why I moved out, but we'll get into that. So yeah, the story originally takes place last summer. Oh, maybe I'll say like a few months before summer even like came around. Okay. Yeah, so it takes place a couple months before summer last year, in the year of 2015, and I moved out of my parents' house into this lady's house that I was working for. She had a daycare. Things were going on at home. I just didn't want to be at home anymore, so I moved out and moved in with, let's just call her Lori. So I was living with Lori for, so let's see, it was like up from May of 2015 to January of 2016, so almost a year. And it just came time for me to move somewhere else, but at the time I could not afford to have my own place, so I looked for a room to rent. Got on Craigslist. I was on Apartment Buddy or I was looking for basically a room to rent because that is what I could afford. I got a new job, which is the job I'm working now, yada yada. Lori and her family actually ended up moving to Florida a few months after that, so it worked out perfectly. But yeah, anyway, so I got on Craigslist and I found this room in a town that I have a lot of friends in. The rent was fairly cheap. Texted this person on January 2nd, I think, and I moved into the house on January 4th. It wasn't very long in between the times that I found this place. I move in and I'm the youngest in the house. I'm only 20, and there is the owner of the house who does not speak one lick of English, and one lady renting the room out next to me, let's call her Annie, was maybe late 30s, early 40s, maybe mid 40s. I'm not really sure. I didn't catch her age. And the other roommate, she had the third story loft, and her name, I'm just not even going to make up a name because fuck her, because she's the reason why I moved out of the house anyway. But yeah, anyway, so she had a little boy who was 2, 3, I think he turned 5 this year, so he was like 4 or 5 when I moved in. So they had the third story, and the third story is just like this big room with its own bathroom up top, so that, yeah. So anyway, yeah, so me and the girl in the tops, that got the top story, ultimately were the only two that got along in the house. Now this other roommate, Annie, she just seemed kind of weird just from the get-go, you know? I moved in, her and I were sharing the biggest bathroom on the second floor, so when I moved in, I was moving all my stuff in. You know, I'm a girl. I have fucking like 5 different style blow dryers. I have a bunch of makeup. I have a ton of like soaps and lotions and fucking fragrances and perfumes is what I meant to say. Perfumes, Courtney. Yeah. A bunch of stuff. So as I'm moving my stuff into the bathroom, I realized that Annie didn't have anything on her side of the bathroom or in the shower at all. So that was just kind of like, ding, like, you're fucking weird. Then it just got really fucking weird. And I'm sorry if this story is all over the place, but this lady's situation happened like a while ago. It was like in March, April, I think. So yeah, it was like a while ago. But then her and oh shit. Whoops. But then her and the other roommate started to talk. When I say the other roommate, I'm talking about the third story girl, so I'm just gonna call her the other roommate. I was never really home. I went to work. I'm young. I would go hang out with my friends. You know, I was out all the time, or I was with Andrew. I was pretty much with Andrew 24/7. Yeah, nothing has changed about that talk. And I guess Annie was just starting to say some really creepy things about like her life, where she came from, and of course like the other roommate asked her like if she had kids, was she married, why was she living alone, only renting a room, yada, 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 things like that. Annie told the other roommate that when she had her youngest daughter, she believes, she had a C-section, so she believes that when she had her youngest daughter, the FBI put a microchip in her uterus and is following her around, listening to everything she's saying and watching everything she's doing. What, bitch? Hold the motherfucking phone. What the fuck? Like, so me and the other roommate, we were talking about it, you know, we'd like whisper about it downstairs while we were making food and shit like that. And it was so quiet up in Annie's room that I honestly believe that she was just like sitting on her bed, just like listening to everything. You know what I mean? Never heard one noise come out of that room ever. Like in the 3 or 4 or 5 months that she lived there, like never. Anyway, flash forward a couple weeks, me and I said her name again. I'll bleep it out, whatever. Me and the other roommate are sitting at the table and Annie comes walking in. Other roommate, she goes, hey, will you tell Courtney like what you've been telling me all this time about like your kids and the FBI and like the microchip in your uterus, yada yada. So I was like, yeah, what's going on? And then she's just going on and on and on and telling me, honestly, she was just like blabbering. It didn't even make sense. It was all a fucking spaghetti. The story was all tangled. It just was not making sense at all whatsoever. She told us that when she had her last kid, that the FBI was in the room and she's like some special lady, and she's like gonna be one of the world rulers, some dumb shit. I don't even remember. But basically the FBI put a microchip in her uterus and is following her around, watching what she's doing. She had to move here from New York because her husband's crazy and her husband's fiance is trying to kill her, and just all of this stuff. And then she pulls out a picture. She took walks at night. So, she pulls out this picture, and this is what, honestly, this made my fucking heart sink to my, like, asshole. Like, he pulls out a picture of the moon, people, and goes, and this UFO, it just, like, follows me around everywhere. Bitch, that's the moon, you fucking crazy ass psycho. Like, this just gets me worked up because it's just like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. If she was sick, then like that's that. But anyway, so she tells me all of this stuff. It freaks me and the other roommate out. Freaks us the fuck out, right? So we like, after this night, and mind you, that night she showed us pictures of like ultrasounds, and she was like, yeah, this is my stomach, these are the microchips like all over my body. These fucking pictures looked like they were fucking pulled off of straight Google Map copy paste print. Like, that's what the fuck she did. Like, this is how deeply she believed what she was thinking, like what was in her head. Like, she was honestly legitimately like sick. Like, she had to be schizophrenic, and in no way, shape, or form am I making fun, because honestly, genuinely, like, I believed that she was fucking crazy. After that night, you know, me and the other roommate were like tiptoeing around the house, yada yada, and then it comes to my birthday, right? So I'm at my birthday dinner, you know, we're having fun. We're like, I'm joking around with my family. We're all like eating sushi and eating our food and yada yada, and it's a good time. I'm having a blast. I get this call right as Andrew's paying for our check. Answer it, and I look down at my phone, I answer it. I can't fucking, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna bleep all these out. There's gonna be a bunch of fucking bleeps. I'm sorry. So it's her, and I answer it, and I'm like, hello? And she's hysterically crying, like, not, like, I couldn't understand a fucking word she was saying. So I was like, hold on, slow down, like, what are you talking about? She's like, Annie beat me up and I have scratches. Annie fucking went psycho. She fucking beat me up. There's scratches everywhere. Like, I called the cops. I'm pressing charges. Like, where are you? And I was like, it's my fucking birthday, dude. And what the fuck are you calling me for? You're like 40 years old. Beat that bitch's ass. Like, what do you mean? This gets me so mad. At the dinner, I'm like, Mom, you need to fucking come with me, because if this bitch like pops off on me, like, what the fuck? No, fuck no. She's crazy. Literally crazy. She'll fucking kill me, slaughter me into a million pieces. Like, you need to fucking come home with me right now. So my mom follows. My mom and my boyfriend, or my mom and her boyfriend follow me. Andrew follows me. We get to my house. There's fucking cops everywhere outside my house. There's like 5 of them, and they're all in the house, and I walk in, and they're all standing there, and the cops are like, who are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm the other roommate, yada, yada, yada. And the other roommate, she's fucking scratched everywhere, like it was just fucking psychotic. So then the landlords had to come, and because the owner of the house can't speak English, and yeah, that's crazy psycho roommate story number 1. Moral of that fucking story is bitches be fucking crazy, literally. That's not all. That is not the end to this story. So, a few months passed by, right? I think Annie moved out in like April, whatever. Me and the other roommate, we get along, you know, we're the only ones there. Like, it's the owner of the house, but she's never really there. So, like, we're just chilling, you know? Like, we'd share food, we'd make food together, blah, blah, blah. It was fine. Text her. Like, it was cool. We were cool, right? So, this honestly just happened like 2 weeks ago. I want to say 2 weeks ago. The room in that house faced right where the sun would beat down on the side of the house all day long. So when I would come home, it'd be like 85 degrees in my room. And I don't know about you, but I can't fucking relax in heat. Like, it needs to be cold. There needs to be a fan going. I didn't have a fan in my room. There wasn't one on the ceiling. So I would turn the AC on when I would come home, and I cranked that bitch down to like 69, I think, and because that's how I could get it so cool in my room. And then after it'd get like freezing cold in my room, it would stay cold, so then I'd knock the AC up to like 74, 75. I came home and I turned the AC on. So I guess the owners had the door open downstairs because they were putting carpet in or something like that, and the AC was on. So I heard her like walk up the stairs. And then I get a text, and she's like, hey, did you turn the AC on? Like, it's fucking freezing. And I was like, yeah, I did, but it's like hot as fuck in my room, but like, I'll bump it up in a minute. They have the windows and the doors open downstairs. Can you fucking turn it off and just open your window? Like, just popped off, right? And if like shit didn't go her way, like if somebody said no to her in the house, like it'd fucking be World War II. And I'm pretty sure that's why her and Annie got into it all the time. So anyway, like, yeah, I'll bump it up or turn it off for you in a little bit, like once it gets cool in my room. And she fucking flipped, right? So she turned the AC off. Well, it got fucking hot in my room again at night. I was trying to sleep. It woke me up. It was so hot. So I went and I bumped the fucking AC right down to 69 degrees so that I could get cold in my room. And she comes down, she turns it off. So I went out and I turned it back on. So she texts me, she's like, quit fucking turning the AC on, like yelling at me in all caps. She's like, I can't afford that shit, you spoiled bitch, yada, yada, yada. And at this point, like, I'm getting pissed. And I was being cool about it. I was like, yeah, I'll turn it off. Like, I'll turn it off after it gets cold in my room to where I can fucking stand being in here. Yes, I will turn it off for you. I'm sorry. The next day comes, and, yeah, she didn't say anything about it the next day until like 9 o'clock. So it gets 9 o'clock. She's like, stop turning the, she texts me again. She's like, stop turning the fucking AC on. My kid's cold. I don't have enough blankets for him to be covered up with. Like, open your fucking window. Just like going the fuck off on me. I did not feel good this day. I remember I came home sick from work that day. I had a migraine. I was just like trying to like be laid up in my bed, fucking comfortable, not sweating my fucking tits off. I get texts from this bitch, plus I don't feel good. Like, no, fuck you, bye. Text me that, and I start getting attitude. And I'm like, look, like, I'm sorry you can't afford your fucking bills, but like, if that's the case, you need to move the fuck out, because I pay a quarter of the utilities, and I shouldn't have to fucking sit in 85-degree weather in my fucking bedroom because you can't afford your bills. Can't afford your bills, move the fuck out, right? Like, that's what I would do if I could not afford to maintain a comfortable living with the money that I made. I would make it different for myself. Like, I would not stay somewhere and waste money that I didn't even have from the get-go. And mind you, she makes like half of the money I make. Just like the small disclaimer, she makes half of the money I make, and her rent is more. So I got where she was coming from, but it was just pissing me off because it's like, I shouldn't have to sit in 85 fucking degree weather because you can't afford your bills. Like, no, bitch, no. So I'm just like popped off on her, right? And I was like, you know what, fuck you. And she was like, all right. And she was like, okay, you spoiled bitch, like blah 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 blah. And I was just like, okay, what the fuck ever. So she didn't say shit to me after that. The next day, it's nighttime again, and I hear, like, me and Andrew are sitting in my bed in my room there, and she's like in the hallway, walking back and forth in the hallway. She's never there. She's never downstairs on my floor that much. So like I knew she was trying to like annoy me and make sure I didn't turn the fucking AC on, right? Her son comes down the stairs, and I guess he had like a sniffly nut, or a fucking shit. He had a sniffy, stuffy nose. And then she pops off with like some sarcastic ass shit. Like, yeah, people don't give a shit about kids in this house. Fucking turning the AC on at night all the time. Blah, 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 blah. Like, the AC gave you a heater. Can having the AC on give somebody a fever? Honestly, if that can actually happen, can somebody comment it down below and like explain to me how it fucking happens? Because I was literally like, you dumb fucking bitch. How is the fucking AC gonna give your child a fever? Like, I don't fucking get it. And she's just talking shit, right? This bitch is gonna be lucky if I don't slash her tires and key her car and fuck her shit up. So it's just like, okay. Like, I just let her talk her shit, right? Like, honestly, she's older than me. She's fucking way bigger than me. I'm just not even trying to get into it. Like, I was planning on trying to move out soon. Whatever. But then the next day, I'm like at work. I'm going to lunch. And I'm going to get in my car, and I notice the whole fucking side of my car is keyed all the way around my car. On both sides. A little bit in the back. Like, okay, bitch. As soon as I fucking saw that, I told my boss, I was like, I need to go the fuck home now. I have to move out. What the fuck? I gotta call the cops. Just to end the story, I ended up calling the cops. They couldn't do anything because I didn't have proof. She didn't admit she did it when I was texting her. So, yeah. That's what fucking happened to me. Those are my psycho-ass roommate stories. That is why I live with Andrew now. And me and Andrew moved out. I mean, we were already looking to move out, so that's not the only reason why. But thank fucking God we were looking while we were looking, and that we found this place so fast, because I really would have fucking killed someone. Like, not really, but like really. Fuck bitches. So that's my psycho-ass, crazy-ass, lunatic-ass roommate story. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe in the bottom. And again, if you're new here, I'm Courtney, and I post videos whenever the fuck I get creative, which is hardly ever, but I mean, get the drill with that. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Also my Facebook page. I will link all of that in the description bar below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.